Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the world famous can't live with it, can't live without it, the lightning round. Ladies and gentlemen. See, and there you go. Greg, I just want to point out that. See, there you go. Greg, this is a class show, man. I mean, come on.
Good.
We can bring up the rain for this, brother.
Okay, what happened here last night in Fort Myers at about 7 o'clock?
I was going to say, if you look out the window right now, this is like Fort Myers, South Florida, Orlando, someplace at about, Pete, 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
But 2 o'clock. All right, let's rip through it here. First one in the lightning round today. Other than games, there is not one good reason to watch ESPN. Their shows suck. The opinions are all wrong. They're basically nothing more than favorites for the teams that they make money off of. Pete, I'm going to let you lead on this because I know that you love ESPN and you watch every single show on that network.
Well, I have it on in the morning while I'm doing show prep, mostly for breaking news, not because I'm really listening to Mike Tannenbaum, who's one of the worst GMs of all time, discussing football. I mean the 30 for 30s are very good. Some of the documentaries they put together are very good. But other than PTI at night, which is on when Craig and I are doing our show, Craig Sheeman doing our show, that's on in the background. That's probably the only show worth watching. The rest of it's all absolute crap with a whole bunch of people who aren't even qualified to be doing what they're doing.
Greg, go ahead.
I have to agree with them. They took a hold of my favorite sport and kicked it in the nuts in hockey. And they show maybe a highlight during the season. They don't know anyone's names. They try to put together a hockey show during the playoffs that was a train wreck. And it's like I love the 30 for 30s. I'm with Pete on that.
That's good.
But other than that,
I forgot that. Yeah.
Other than that, it's breaking news. And in the morning, what is it? Greeny and
what breaking
whatever.
news, man? I get my breaking news right here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. But I don't need it from anyplace else. But what I will tell you is,
I'm still ingrained with the put on SportsCenter in the morning, and it's shit now. It is.
Yeah. We'll have to do this one day too.
Let me guess.
Maybe a lightning round for next week with Jimmy Murphy. We'll have to do the Turner. Turner does such an awesome job.
No, let's not forget, guys. Let's not forget the WNBA. That's always in 5 of the top 10 highlights of the week. Some shit fucking league that nobody watches. It's absolutely ridiculous.
All right, next up. It is time to have all recorded national anthems so amateurs stop butchering this song. Last night for the game in Dallas, or the Dallas-Vegas game, I don't know who the woman's name is.
I missed it.
It was freaking terrible. It was awful. Stop the butchering of the national anthem. Put Kate Smith up there again. I don't care. Yeah. Put, wait a minute. I'm thinking about it. What's his name? Put Todd Angeli up there. Let him do the game. It's awful.
Wait, so you're okay with Todd Angeli?
I love Todd Angeli. Todd Angeli does a great job.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
you need one guy.
You can't have that.
Each team needs one guy and just do one guy or girl.
Record the national anthems. Stop letting these amateurs and these wheezy little singers in there because it's all their moment in fame. Stop. It's awful. I mean, you're butchering the national anthem. So
and it's also, and to be fair, it is one of the most difficult songs to sing, especially if you do it a cappella. I didn't hear it last night, but nothing will ever
screaming the song, screaming it. I mean, that's why we just need to go to America the Beautiful, and everybody is happy.
Bring back Renee Rancourt.
Oh yeah,
bring back.
Love the best.
Absolutely wonderful. There is no reason for anyone to own a cheese board. I'm sorry. For whatever reason, on Amazon and a couple of places this week, I saw sales on cheese boards. Why?
You talking like a charcuterie board like that?
No, a cheese board. Just people get. This is how you cut your cheese. You get it out. You get one of these things. You cut the freaking cheese and you walk away. You got to have a special board to cut your cheese and show your cheese.
I thought we were going against like a cheese board in itself because God loves. That is a winner. Cheese with meat on it. Don't mess with that.
Yeah. No, it's charcuterie board.
But you don't need a cheese board. You don't need a special board for your cheese.
No, I don't need that.
Okay, that's my point. Pete, you're the chef in all this, buddy.
No, if you're putting the cheese together on a board, I mean, obviously there's all different things, candied bacon, a lot of it, but that's a charcuterie board. I don't know if I get what you're saying. Is a cheese board?
Get another board, just any board. You don't have to have a special $99 cheese board to do it. You can do it with any one of these. Just a cutting board. Put a cutting board out there. There you go. Right?
Yeah, you could do that. We have a couple of charcuterie boards, and we use them from time to time.
From time to time. What? Okay, wait a minute. How many times do you use your charcuterie board? Twice a year?
Oh no, more than that. You don't know the football parties we have. No,
okay.
there's a lot more than that.
Well,
No,
if I
it's
get
nice.
invited this year, I'll be able to tell.
Next to his chafing dish.
Shepherd with a chafing dish. It is better for the National Hockey League and hockey if the Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup. That's a winner. That team is a team of destiny. They have beaten the shit out of all these good teams. The Panthers winning the Stanley Cup would be great for the NHL.
Well, up here, the Bruins are getting the shit kicked out of them for losing. They may have just lost to maybe the most dominant playoff team as we go through the playoffs. They've only lost one game since the Bruins series.
One game, yeah.
One game. It is an absolute wagon, and people up here should realize that team. Bad luck. They played them in the first round because last year they were the President's Trophy winner, and they figured it out right before the playoffs, and the Bruins just happened to get them.
Pete, what do you think? I just think it's good for the league.
It is very good for the league.
No, I think it's great. You got, guys like Kachuk and Barkov and Borowski, all of them. Great. It's unfortunate. I look back at it now, and I feel a little bit better that that Bruins fans can say, "Oh, we lost possibly the Stanley Cup champion," because they have been nothing short of awesome on all three phases, on defense, on offense, and on special teams, penalty killing, power play. They got healthier at the right time, and Paul Maurice was the right coach for the right time. This thing, it just
that is what I saw.
And to piggyback on my point I made earlier about Vegas, if, like I said, nobody lives in Vegas, so the sport won't grow. Plenty of kids in the Miami area are starting to pick up hockey, and that will be huge to bring up the sport.
And I'd love to see it. Just being down in South Florida, I just love to see that people are actually getting hockey.
Yep.
Right, where I am, we have the Florida Everblades. We have their coach John or their GM every single week. They're in the ECHL Eastern Conference Finals again. They're the defending Kelly Cup champions. That arena is sold out almost every night, 7,500 fans. They do an unbelievable job, and the hockey programs that have started for the kids down here, younger and younger, are getting involved down here. Hockey is pretty big, at least in my part of Southwest Florida.
You know what's amazing is like the NBA 35 years ago, barely any European players. Now a lot of the Europeans are coming over. This is what's going on with hockey. You're seeing kids from Arizona. You're seeing kids from Dallas.
But it's the best.
But the whole country's getting involved now.
And finally here today, don't tell anybody. Nobody asked for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Holy shit. I've got at least 5 people who have seen it and say it could be the worst piece of shit that Harrison Ford has ever put his feet in his life. He's 970 years old. If you want to see Harrison Ford, go watch Apple TV and Shrinking, which is one of the best miniseries I've ever seen. Nobody wanted this movie.
I've heard the same thing, Ed, from 2 people or 2 reviews that I've seen that people saw it said it was absolutely horrible. I also think I heard woke culture is involved, overly politicized in some areas, which I cannot stand. The one thing that made Maverick so good, the sequel to Top Gun, is that there was no political stuff in it at all. You didn't even know what country they were invaded. It didn't really matter because it really was irrelevant to how great that movie was because they kept the politics out of it. But I heard this whole Indiana Jones, the last one was horrible. I love the first 3. But
I'll be honest, I never saw it. I refused to go see it. I still haven't seen
nothing, it. But I've heard is worse, which is really bad.
So
Indiana Jones: Last Crusade is a great movie. Should have stopped there. I never saw the Crystal Skull. It should have ended with
the Temple of Doom was a brilliant film with Sean Connery. That was
Killed Monkey Brains.
That was the Last Crusade.
No, that was the movie before that.
Yeah.
No. Last Crusade was Connery.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. But the last one was Connery. The second one, which I don't even remember the name of, that's the one with the Killed Monkey Brains.
That was Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Temple of Doom. Last Crusade. I'm sorry. That was the one with
Sean Connery. Yeah.
That was a brilliant film. It was wonderful.
And the first Raiders. I grew up in Narragansett, Rhode Island, and one of the two cinemas at the time in Rhode Island and the line in the summer where I lived right across the street would be around the corner to get in for 2 shows, a 7 and a 9:30 for Raiders, and
no more.
It was amazing.
No more. Harrison Ford is a brilliant actor. He's a billion years old. Go see Shrinking. Have you guys seen Shrinking on Apple TV?
No.
No.
Get it. It's really a great, and Ford is perfect in it.
Well,
So.
yeah, I heard he was good, but they must have paid him a whole bunch of money for this movie. And
Hell yeah.